Hi, you guys. So I noticed that some of you guys are having trouble with the 5 themes of geography project. And what I do want you to do is go to classwork, go to number 4, 5 themes of geography project. And here are a couple resources for you. You should have a copy of this already. This is an example of 5 themes of geography. And this is a video to walk you through location because some of you guys are having issues as to how to locate your absolute and your relative location. But I would do a video on the example of 5 themes of geography and walk you through each theme. So, of course, the first page, you're going to put your name here. The second page, talk about location. And you should actually have a fill in the blank already there and a link. Okay, so make sure that you go watch that video about location to have a better understanding of that because you will need to do an absolute location and a relative location. The absolute location is it could be your house. You can choose the school. If you're not comfortable giving out your address for your house, that's fine. You can just do the city and state. A relative location is choosing a location close to your house. It could be the gas station, it could be a church, it could be, you can even do your school if you want to. So, in this project, this person did a location, an absolute location in Garner, which is 35 degrees north, 78 degrees west. A relative location of Garner is the White Oaks Shopping Center. So the White Oaks Shopping Center is close to their absolute location. It is 5 miles from my home. Place. The question you should answer here is, what are at least 3 characteristics of where you live? What's it like? What makes it unique? Okay, so I kind of describe my household and the area that we are at. I live in a 2-story house with my 2 children and my husband. We are surrounded by 2-story houses with lots of trees, farms, and flat lands. There are a lot of birds, wasps, butterflies, and dragonflies in my area. The weather varies, but in the summertime, it is an average temperature of 98 degrees, 89 degrees in the fall, 50 degrees in the winter, and 70 degrees in the spring. So I do want you guys to be specific too on the weather, and I had put a link in the post here. Okay. Human interaction. Oh, I never finished human interaction. It's okay though. So, human interaction. What kind of environmental changes are in your area? Let's talk about what's changing, right? And you can even talk about the weather too. Some of the interaction. What I have is some of the environmental changes in my area are new highways and new neighborhoods. This has increased the traffic flow of Highway 210. More people are moving from the north to south due to lower living cost. You can always talk about COVID has also made a big change to schools and how students are learning. Some of you guys did also point out about had also pointed out about electrical cars like the Teslas. You may also put that down too. Movement. Answer the question, what kind of transportation do you and your family use? Do you and your family use any ideas or products from other places? Give 3 examples. So, for example, for me, I stated the transportation my family use are cars, which consist of small cars to trucks. We shop at Food Lion, Walmart, and Amazon. The clothes I bought at Walmart are made in the Philippines. You can always state the food that you eat if you guys have a traditional food, right? I usually cook a lot of my cultural food, which is Hmong food. So I can always state my family eats a variety, which they do, of American and Hmong food. Region, you would to answer the question, how is your area similar to other locations? So compare your absolute location. So if your absolute location is your house, right? You want to take a look at that and compare your relative location. If you want to compare where you live to another area like the beach, that's fine too. But you want to, for region, you want to state some of these similar, some of the same things that you would find from your first location to your second. So here I say I live in the Piedmont region of North Carolina, so my town is similar to a lot of other towns in that region. For instance, Garner and the other towns in the area have similar weather, have lots of hills and oak trees, and people that love to watch sports teams like UNC and NC State. So as you can see, I stated some facts here too. You can always talk about the religion. You can always talk about the population. You can look that up on Google. Um, you can always talk about the weather if it's similar. Let's say, for example, if you were to compare it to the beach, when a hurricane or a storm comes through the beach, we also have that same weather, right? You can always talk about the same restaurants that you can find here. You can also find at the beach, right? Or you can always state that you can find the same amount of churches or farms, tobacco fields in Benson to Dunn, right? So think about some of your similar characteristics in those two locations that you are going to pick. And a lot of times it's a lot easier when you do it, you compare your absolute and your relative location. The last thing I want to show you guys, if you guys have more questions, don't forget to go to your classwork and your location, slides, and videos, place, human interaction, movement, and region are all listed here, okay? So if you have more questions or if you need more examples, they are here for you. So please let me know if you need any extra videos, but this information will be here for you.